I did see that a lot of your work also kind of like centered around your children and your family in terms of like parenting articles, which I thought
Oh,
was
yeah.
really neat.
Yes, Maui Family Magazine focuses a lot on holistic parenting and health, like you saw, healthy lifestyle. And so I used to have my own like travel blog and did that. And so that was fun in Hawaii to be able to share, the adventures on the islands and things like that. So that was more of my personal style. And then with Maui Family, it was more I guess stretching me and making, having me think through, like, 7 ways to add greens to your kids, diet or whatever. So
Hey, you have
like
some
you,
great ideas.
yeah, I love to research like you. So I was like, okay, this is fun. I can research this.
Welcome to my husband's show.
Oh yes, thank you for doing this little team effort.
Yeah, it's lovely to meet you.
Thank you.
Welcome. Man, the sky looks awesome out there.
Isn't it beautiful?
It is. It's absolutely beautiful.
It looks like where you can't see it, it's like gray. So maybe we'll get rain. I don't know.
We'll
Wishful
see.
thinking.
Yeah, we need it.
Yes, for sure.
Well, thank you again for coming on with us. And so you are the fabulous Jennifer Poppy, correct?
Yes, thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. And so my husband was telling me a little bit about you. And so are you originally from the RGV?
No, I'm originally from Texas, but more in the Austin area. And I was in Austin as a little girl, then grew up in a small town north of there. After college, anyway, I was still there, but I moved to Hawaii with my family. We lived there just over 9 years. And then this past year, we moved here to the Valley.
How awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, so I am one of those people that is a constant Googler.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So
That's
I am a Google fiend, shall I say. My poor husband, we can't watch a movie without me being like, ooh, let me check out what other things these people have done. And stuff like
Yes.
that. So when he was talking to me about you, I was like, well, hello, my best friend Google, right?
Oh, yes.
So
Oh, yeah.
I saw that you did go to Mary Hardin Baylor in
Yes.
Belton. So is Belton where you're from then?
Yes, I moved to Belton in high school, and I went to
Oh, okay.
Belton High School, and then just looking through colleges, I decided to stay. I was like, why would I stay right here? I'm ready to go, but yeah, I decided to stay right there. Mary Hardin Baylor was a wonderful small private school, and I still have lifelong friends from there. So
Oh, that's
that's it.
awesome. That is
Yes.
awesome. And I saw
Mhm.
that you have a degree in communications, right?
Yeah, yes. So I studied communications there, and I believe that's one of the reasons I picked it was they had just started their communications program, and I knew that's what I wanted to major in. I was like, oh, everything's aligning. So I loved that, and then my minor was Spanish, and so I like to joke that I just majored and minored in talking, basically, just
In a
that's
multitude of languages, right?
exactly, yes, exactly. So going to Hawaii, my Spanish got rusty, but I'm so thankful to be here in the Valley where I can practice it more and hear it all the time. And I love it.
That is wonderful. That's absolutely wonderful. And so, yeah, and I love the fact that you're able to communicate in multiple languages. And obviously, that's a boon being here in the Valley with our proximity to the border and our large Latino population. I mean, that's
Yes.
fabulous. So that is
Yes.
awesome. And when you were in Hawaii, you were doing real estate, correct?
Yes, yes. My last few years there, I was doing real estate. I also have 3 children. So the first few years, mainly just momming it up and then doing, like public relations work from home. and writing. I've been writing for Maui Family Magazine since 2014. But yeah, so toward the end of our time there, I was doing real estate, and I loved the real estate there. And I still have my license. And then I'm sure you saw I'm like this close to getting my Texas license. So just have to pass the Texas exam and be on my way.
Well, congratulations. That's
Thank you.
wonderful.
Thank you so much.
That is absolutely wonderful. Yeah, I saw that. I actually read some of your articles.
Oh, really?
As I was preparing for this. So I was looking and I saw that you wrote for Maui Family Magazine and then a Maui blog. So you wrote a good number of pieces that were kind of lifestyle about Hawaii. So what was your favorite part of living there?
Of living in Hawaii? My favorite, well, there's so many things that I love about Hawaii. And one of my favorite things are the friends that I made there, because whether you just are from the islands or you move there, I mean, you're just in the middle of the ocean on a rock. So you have to have each other for support, right? And then being so far away from home. So the friends I made there are like family, like ohana, you know what they say there. And the other parts, of course, it's beautiful. You know, every day I would take my daughter to the beach or the mountain. You know, when I wasn't working, we would hike and beach it up with friends every morning. So awesome. I love that.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. It sounds like you love the outdoors.
Yes, I do.
And I know that the climate there is probably vastly different from the climate here.
Well, you know, actually, one of the reasons I chose McAllen is because parts of the year, the weather is similar to Maui. Just, you know, it's kind of still has a tropical vibe here with the palm trees and the way you can grow plants. Of course, the summer is so much hotter here, right? But we know that, I mean, coming from Texas, but there's air conditioning here, whereas in Hawaii, a lot of times in your homes, you don't have air conditioning. So if it's hot and there are no trade winds, you're just going to be hot, right? Whereas here, I'm like, okay, we have air conditioning. And then I'm very thankful to be able to have access to a pool. And then, of course, another reason I chose McAllen was because it's right by the best beach in Texas, right? South Padre Island. And having my daughter is such an island girl, is like, I can't be in Central Texas. I love it, but it's so far from the beach and we need to be able to get to the beach. So
I saw that you had done also a commercial recently.
Yes, I have done a few commercials and one short film. I've been doing modeling for many, many years. And then here, when I got to the Valley, I connected with a group called Let's Stay Creative. And I don't know if you've seen them around, but they get photographers and models together and local businesses, and they collaborate. So anyway, I was able to meet a lot of neat people that way. I had my flower crowns, which we can talk about later, but that's kind of
I have that on my list.
Started. Yeah. I had my flower crowns, and I went to my first meetup as a model with my flower crown and just made connections. Sorry for the motorcycle. And then through that, it just kind of snowballed, and my daughter was able to be in that recent commercial that you saw on my timeline for Bert, the car dealership here. But that was really fun to get to do with her.
That's wonderful. So when did you start modeling? You said you'd been modeling for a number of years. How did you begin?
I mean, it's been a long time. Probably.
So was it like in college, North Texas?
Yeah, like off and on since college. Yes. And mainly just lifestyle modeling. And then on Maui, again, it was more resort or activities. And so they would like throw you on a canoe or kayak or whatever, and you're just out there, right? So, but anyway, meeting with Let's Say Creative, it was neat because I was able to make those connections, and then I've received a warm welcome, I guess, from that creative community, which has been a real joy.
Is that a group that you see on Facebook or?
Yeah, I think, they're on Facebook. I met them through Instagram.
Okay.
Yes. So there's a strong creative community here, and it's just been, when I moved here, I wanted to lean into the arts and that kind of thing. So it's been really neat to see those pieces come together. It's still a journey, when you move somewhere new, and but that's been neat.
So that was your entrance into the modeling world here in the Rio Grande
Here,
Valley.
yes, yes. And I was going to say, it's very different from Maui, you know, because like Maui is practically no makeup. And like I said, you're just out doing, you know, whatever crazy activities and everything. Whereas here, yeah, it's more about the fashion. I mean, down here in the valley, I mean, I don't know if I'm sure like you realize like there's a specific fashion here and people are about the whole look, right? Like they think about it. And on Maui, I love Maui, but it's like so simple and basic, like swimsuit and sarong, right? No shoes. So it's been neat being reintroduced to like, oh yes, fashion
and makeup.
High heels.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I lived in California for a number of years and I had a similar experience. I really didn't start wearing makeup until I came here.
Okay.
Because over there, it was much more about a natural look, similar types of things. And I did a bunch of lifestyle things similar to what
fun.
you did. So yeah, so that's so interesting. And you know, it's beautiful to hear your perspective in terms of kind of a compare and contrast of the different lifestyles and also the different types of work. If you have people that are here from the RGV looking for entrance into that world. So that's really awesome to be able to see that, you know, I'm a teacher by trade.
Oh, awesome.
And so I've told my students before, like the Valley is its own little unique microcosm of culture and of energy. And we have our own very unique perspective. And there's a lot of my students that haven't really been out of the area. And so it's amazing to hear your perspective. So that, you know, that kind of bolsters that type of understanding that, hey, we're unique and we have our own beautiful sense of style that is very specific to this area. And so it's awesome to be able to see your take on it after having been in other areas as well.
Yes, I love it. And I really see the valley as a jewel. You know, it's like a treasure here in Texas that a lot of people haven't discovered. And I am very thankful to be here, and I really want to honor the culture here. And I'm learning so much. And even though I'm from Texas, you know, born and raised and generations back, you know, many generations, it's really, I wanted to be here, to be in a different place and be able to embrace all of this, like, and see I know the treasure here. And I see that I hear sometimes from people who are from the valley discounting the valley, or they just don't see the value here, but I see a real treasure.
Thank you. I completely agree. I think a lot of people that I have met don't recognize the value. And like you said, you know, the beautiful jewel that we have here, because really, if you think about it, we're kind of ensconced in our own little world. When people say South Texas, they think, oh, San Antonio? No, 3 hours south. Just keep going. Just keep on going. There's more, I promise you, you know? And it's so interesting because we have such a large, vibrant population with our own vibrant culture that is beautiful and interwoven with Texas and American and Mexican and, you know, all different kinds of things. But a lot of people don't recognize it until you leave. And then you come back and it's like, wow, there's this beautiful appreciation. So it's, again, as I mentioned, it's beautiful to see that from your perspective, having come to this place. You chose to come to the valley because of all of those beautiful things.
Yes, I'm very thankful. And I'm so happy to hear that you encourage your students to explore that. And I'm sure you've encouraged them to like just leave for a little while so they can come back and really see what a gift it is and gain from those experiences and everything.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's definitely something that I've spoken with my husband about, that I speak with my students about, you know, like sometimes you just need a little bit of removal and then you come back and you can really appreciate what you've had. because you're able to see the uniqueness. Whereas if you're, surrounded by it all the time, it may get past you, and it's not your fault. It's just kind of, you take it for granted.
Yeah. It even happens on Maui. People wait their whole lives to go to Hawaii, but then even there, people can start to ignore the mountains and ignore like the value of the most beautiful beaches. I'm serious, and they're like, there's nothing to do here. And yeah, city-wise, there's nothing to do. But like for me, it's like, what? This is all you need, just the beauty of this nature. But I think it's good for everyone just to gain that experience. And
in terms of networking in the Rio Grande Valley for our viewers, what would your suggestions be, or what would your recommendations be?
Do you hear that bird going
I
off?
do. It's awesome.
My recommendation would be to figure out your interest, whether it's your hobbies or with your work, and then just try to network with people in that with those similar interests or similar values. I'm still getting to know people here in the Valley, and like you saw from my bio, I'm diverse, right? Like we all have different sides, like the creative side, and I feel like I've gotten to know a lot of creative people. But then there's my business side where, when I'm stepping into real estate, I'm going to get to grow that side, with the financing and the other realtors and just that part of the community, which I'm really excited about. So the way I even met people, I had some friends from college that are from the Valley. So that kind of helps me know a little bit about the Valley. And plus I visited, but I'm getting to a point. I met some of my friends here like a year and a half before I even moved through Instagram, just looking at the hashtag McAllen and seeing what was posted there. And like one friend, I loved his style of his home and his creativity. And so we hit it off, and, then I moved here and we're friends. So it's just, I would encourage people just to maybe even do that. Look up the hashtag for the area. Or I only recently just got back on Facebook, but I know Facebook has a lot of groups and things. So if they just research that and then I think now that we're getting away from the pandemic a little bit, all of that, and we're getting to do in-person meetings, I'm really excited to discover more face-to-face meetings and meet more people that way. So I would encourage people to do that.
Explore the hashtags, and would you recommend people utilize hashtags if they're trying to get themselves out there? Like I know that you, as a model, as a realtor, with the many hats that you have worn, I'm sure that you have done so. I mean, obviously you've done so well in terms of kind of building your brand.
And if I need to be better at this. Like I said, years ago, I used to blog, and I need to be better about it. But if you have a website, to get back to the OG, the blog, because people, I mean, you're a Googler, so people can find your business that way. And it's very helpful.
Absolutely. And speaking of your business, La Flor, I saw that. Your work is gorgeous. So you do custom Luxe floral crowns, correct?
Yes. So custom Luxe floral crowns. And that is kind of my interpretation for the Valley of an art form that I learned while living in Hawaii. You've seen the beautiful, they call them leipo'o or hakule, the flower crowns in Hawaii.
We got to do this again. Leipo'o?
Po'o, yes.
Leipo'o, okay. And then teach us the other one. Hakule.
A hakule, and it's the same thing. It's a flower crown, but it's the Hawaiian style. And so when I was living in Hawaii, my friends and I learned that art form, and we would make flower crowns for each other's birthdays, or of course, some people, they wear them for their weddings. I'm sure you've seen pictures. But we would even just do them for hikes, just fun things, or we'd have picnics at the beach and wear them. And so I thought, as I was moving to the Valley, I thought, as you said, it's such a vibrant culture with love of flowers and colors and celebrating and beauty. And I thought, we need to bring this flower crown, as more, not just for, Cinco de Mayo or whatever, but for anything, and just see the beauty in that. And so that's how La Flor was birthed. And then here, I feel like in the Valley, it's like luxury. People love just having, just the niceties and, taking it up a notch, I feel like. So that's where the Luxe came in. And I've kind of developed a style here that isn't even really more of the Hawaiian version. It's more just a version. I have 3 different styles, and you can have any flowers, but I feel like it's been kind of customized for the culture here. So it's been a neat journey. We've done some amazing photo shoots and collaborations, and then just being able to make them for people's weddings or baby showers, birthdays, all of that, graduation. It's just been such a wonderful creative endeavor for myself. You seem like a creative person, and I don't know, but it just fills me up so much to be able to create, and then to see somebody so happy, wearing, like, feeling beautiful. And
well,
so,
you think about
yeah.
it, like the types of events that you have mentioned that people utilize your work for, like, really, those are, those are pivotal events in a person's life, and your handmade artwork is a part of that.
Yeah.
And that's so beautiful to think you are actually creating something that is going to be a centerpiece, or something that is going to enhance the beauty of these pivotal life moments.
Yes.
That's an honor that people are giving you. And it's so beautiful to hear that you take that as an honor, it seems, and that you take it as something that is fulfilling, not only for your clients, but also for you.
Yes.
And, you've mentioned your love of hiking and the outdoors and the area. And even, you think about it, all of that just comes together with the crowns, because that's also a connection to nature, a connection to the area itself, literally connecting yourself to the earth.
Yes,
through that beautiful expression. And so, wow, that is really, really amazing.
Thank you. I've loved doing it and being able to work with different flowers, and some from the garden, and of course others, from the wholesale flowers. And then I've collaborated with other businesses and creatives, like the photographers, or even like Champagne and Soirees. She does beautiful floral displays and a champagne cart. And one of the bridal design dress designers, Diana, she's been winning all kinds of awards, and we all collaborated on a shoot recently with a local photographer and model. And it was with the location here, it's like such a magical gift to all come together and have a vision and then see it play out. It's really awesome.
Congratulations on your success. And it's really an honor on our part to be able to highlight you and to be able to highlight your work here. I saw the short film that you were in. It was lovely. You looked beautiful. It was fabulous.
Oh, thank you. The behind the scenes. Thank you.
Yeah, we're friends with Quint, so he shared that with us.
Oh, that's so nice.
And it's lovely. It's very, very wonderful to see that. And to see, even like history, because the history of the Rio Grande Valley is amazing and rich. And it's neat to see that showcased as well. So really, congratulations in all of your success with all of this, especially being here for such a short amount of time.
Thank you. I feel very blessed to be here. Like I said, and it's like the journey's just beginning, but it has been beautiful to see the people connection and the pieces connect. I'm like, oh, thank you. And just take it one step at a time.
I'm going to quickly do like some quick fire things, just really
quickly.
Wow. So it's just kind of getting to know our lovely new Valleyite, the fabulous Jennifer Poppy.
Thank
you.
So,
okay, quickly, 3 things. All right. So 3 favorite foods.
3 favorite foods: strawberries, watermelon, and barbecue.
Oh man, you are in the right place.
Okay, perfect.
So, okay, 3 favorite foods. All right. 3 best things about living in the RGV.
Oh, wow. The palm trees, the tacos, and the people.
Oh, yay. Yeah. Totally agree. All of those things. And then my last 3. All right. Your 3 best pieces of advice that you can give our viewers. what would you
Okay.
say that you could give them?
Okay. 1, you only live once. So whatever dream is in your heart, start taking steps toward it. And 2, trust your gut, because going with your instincts usually will get you to the right place. And number 3, I would say put movement in your day every day, whether it's dancing or taking a walk, going swimming, or I don't know, yoga, whatever you're into, just move your body, even if it's 10 minutes. It just boosts the mood, helps you keep going.
Fabulous. Sage advice. Beautiful,
Thank you.
fabulous advice. Thank you. Thank you so much for being with us. Is there anything else that you'd like to share before we sign off?
I would just thank you so much, Jennifer, and to your husband, Jose. Thank you for having me. I'm very honored to be on your show, and I hope to meet you in person one day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I was just telling him, why are we doing this online? I would love to do it in person. And
Yes.
he's like, I've got work.
I know, part 2.
Yes. Part 2 in
You know.
person.